Our next speaker is Dr. Milanshan Gupta, President of Homeopathic Education Research and Foundation.
It's a great pleasure for me to introduce our speaker today. Dr. Milan Shingupta is an eminent researcher, successful practitioner and faculty of Department of Metria Medica in DND Homeopathic Medical College and Hospital. He has post BHMS from University of Calcutta and also completed MD Home degree from Rajasthan University of Health Sciences, and also he was a PhD research scholar of School of Tropical Medicine in Calcutta and awarded prestigious first PhD degree in Homeopathic System of Medicine from West Bengal University of Health Sciences. He is also attached as consultant in Virology Laboratory, Dr. Anjali Chatterjee Regional Research Institute, Calcutta, and also experienced in homeopathy. He has many national and international publications on homeopathic research in mainstream virology journal. Today, his presentation on the topic, a possible role of environmental arsenic against COVID-19. Now, welcome to Dr. Milan Shingupta. Please continue your session.
Good evening, everybody. The whole world is now facing a precarious situation since near about 1.5 years regarding the COVID-19 disease. And scientific community, they are trying their level best to control these situations by their own way, and homeopathic fraternity is not beyond it. We know that Department of Ayush already published 2 advisory regarding the prevention, or which I'm telling, especially as immune booster and to mitigate the COVID-19 diseases. And they advised the Arsenicum album 30 to combat the COVID-19 cases. After these things, it is our aim, especially through this review research, to find out a possible role of environmental arsenic against COVID-19. 1 minute, please. Slides visible? Hello?
Sir, yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir, visible.
My topic is a possible role of environmental arsenic against COVID-19 in context with the Arsenicum album, which is advised by the Department of Ayush, Government of India. Before 20th century, arsenic compounds were the first drug of choice in most of the diseases, and it was a known poison, but it lost its status after development of the modern science. We know that this particular arsenic is important for the different grave disease like that of the acute promyelocytic leukemia, hepatocellular carcinoma, autoimmune disorder, and African trypanosomiasis. In this study, we first observed much less COVID-19 case in some part of arsenic-rich groundwater in West Bengal. Then we aim to find out whether negative correlation between the groundwater arsenic level and COVID-19 incidence present in different parts of the world. We presume in developed countries, it is very difficult to measure the groundwater arsenic, because though in their country, though the arsenic level is high, even that is above the permissible limit according to the World Health Organization, But it is very difficult because they treated that water, and after treatment of that water, they supply those water to their pupils. Even then, after analysis, we become totally convinced that there is a definite relationship in the areas where groundwater arsenic level are high, COVID-19 incidence is much less. And in many countries, it is lowest compared to the all other areas of the countries. This finding may be the incidental term one. However, we must look detail into it. Long before 1830, I.L. Crockwood specified the arsenic was a number one remedy and which he used in his practice, and that was also used from alchemist laboratory to apothecary's cupboard. Hippocrates used orpiment and regular, two arsenic compounds to treat the ulcer. Arsenic was also used as antiseptic and also used as antipyretics in USA in 1950 as Fowler's solution. In China, they treat the tuberculosis and parasitic disease by arsenic. Even syphilis is treated by the arsenic in long time as Salverson's 606. Arsenic compound also used in other different purposes. However, arsenic was used for poisoning, and arsenic compounds showed the teratogenic action. It has been shown in research, teratogenic action on the cheek embryo in mice, rat, and hamsters. They also showed the mutagenic action in the allium cepa, and in human leukocytes are known carcinogens. Thus, gradually, the use of arsenic as a remedy was discontinued with the advent of the modern science. However, even today, the arsenic compound is also used for some diseases because it's exceptional results. In case of promyelocytic leukemia, arsenic trioxide is now a choice of drug, and arsenic compound are now found highly effective in autoimmune disorder, multiple sclerosis, lupus erythematosus, and diabetes mellitus. Arsenic trioxide is also now used in hepatocellular carcinoma and in graft versus disease. It may be admitted that to find out the relationship between the groundwater arsenic and the incidence of COVID-19 cases is extremely difficult, no doubt. This is because the most of the developed country, they treated the arsenic in water. However, when we collected data from the groundwater arsenic level and tried to find out the negative correlation between the groundwater arsenic level and COVID-19 incidence, we established a relationship between two. Where there is the arsenic level is high, the COVID-19 cases is low in different parts of the world. Our observation in Brazil, there's a COVID-19 cases is minimum throughout the country, where there is groundwater arsenic level is very high. In Ghazni, Afghanistan, most of the arsenic affluent area, the COVID-19 cases are minimum compared to the other areas. In Victoria, arsenic level is mildly increased and COVID-19 cases is much less than the New South Wales. But it is very, very interesting. In our neighboring country, there is a Bangladesh. It's a well-known country to us. And if we compare with COVID-19 cases in Bangladesh and India, in Bangladesh, the groundwater arsenic level is very high. And in compare with us, their COVID-19 cases is low throughout the country. Our observation also in Cambodia, arsenic level is very high in groundwater. COVID-19 cases is much less in number. In Canada, in Nova Scotia, area in arsenic prone and number of COVID-19 cases is much less than Quebec, Ontario, Alberta, and British Columbia. Similarly, in India and in China, the same things occurs. Where there is groundwater arsenic level is much, the COVID-19 cases is low. In Finland, especially southwest Finland, where the arsenic level is high, the COVID-19 cases is much less than Ushima. In Japan, in Fukuoka, groundwater arsenic level is high, COVID-19 cases minimum in that area. In Mexico, the arsenic level is high, number of COVID-19, the arsenic level is high and number of COVID-19 cases is much less compared to the United States, which is the adjoining country. Nepal is also an arsenic prone area, we know, like Bangladesh and West Bengal, and Rupandehi area of Nepal contains large amount of arsenic in groundwater, and COVID-19 cases in Nepal is still much less. In Pakistan and in Taiwan, we observe the same scenario. So, Arsenic trioxide, you know, our arsenical album is produced from the arsenic trioxide. It is a main ingredients within this medicine. The arsenic trioxide is not only rapidly absorbed toward the intestine, but it can also be easily absorbed through the lung and skin. In blood, they easily bind to RBCs. Arsenic trioxide react with the cysteine and modulate protein kinase C, NFKB, and mitogen activated protein kinase. Arsenic trioxide can also modulate the cytokines, interferons, autoantibodies. Arsenic compounds can also, this is the most important findings. The arsenic compound can act as an immunosuppression without affecting the components of immune system. Although Hang et al., it is a preprint publications, but I think it is already published, mentioned the possibility of arsenic trioxide as an inhibitor of angiotensin receptor 2. You know, this angiotensin receptor 2 is a receptor which bind with the COVID-19 virus, and virus gets entry into the body. The role of nicotine in modulating the AC2 receptor is known, and although still controversial, but it has been observed in cigarette smokers. They are lessly affected by the COVID-19 cases. But we know in cigarette smoke, there is a nicotine, and that nicotine, within that nicotine, there is a high arsenic. So the role of arsenic may also be present in this aspect. Pulmonary exposure of arsenic is about 10 mg per day in smokers, while in non-smokers, it is 1 mg per day. Again, arsenic and phosphorus are both group 15 elements. Enzyme producing phosphate esters can also participate formation of arsenate esters. However, arsenic esters are less efficient than the phosphorus esters in their biological activities. Arsenosugar, arsenolipids are also known, and arsenic can remarkably diminish rRNA, leading to death phase of organism. It has also been suggested that arsenic may replace the phosphorus for many biological functions, and it can offer the redox potential conversion of arsenate to arsenite. If we analyze all these biological activities, then this also indicates the arsenic should have a role against COVID-19. Again, if we look back 90s in England and Wales, there was an epidemic of arsenic poisoning, which is known as the English beer poisoning. And if we look into epidemic of influenza from 1847 to 1890, there are few cases, but in between 1890 to 90s, there are 3 epidemics which decreased abruptly in 90s, and that may be due to the English beer poisoning, indicating a possible link of arsenic poisoning and decline of influenza. Thus, considering all these features, we may conclude that a possible role of arsenic trioxide, our arsenic album is produced from that, may be that to prevent or mitigate the COVID-19. It is our utmost request. It is not, we are not claiming it. We not claim it. It is our utmost request to all scientists of the globe to look into this matter for the benefit of tormented humanity. It is important to note that the analysis should be done in the area-wise country. Country-wise data analysis will not show a statistically significant correlation between the arsenic level and the COVID incidence. This is the arsenic level and COVID incidence in different parts of the China, and number of COVID-19 cases and possibility of arsenic contaminations in China, just to see there. And this is the arsenic level and COVID-19 incidence in the world, the areas with high arsenic issues, the locations by number of confirmed COVID-19 cases, just to see there. And this is the most important area. This is the most important area of our presentation. That is the immunomodulation of arsenic. We know that arsenicum album 30 is used as preventive for combating that COVID-19 in our country as per direction of Ayush. The positive preventive role of arsenic alb in COVID-19 cases has been reported from different parts of the country with some failure and controversy. In that context, our aim was to find out the exact role of arsenic in COVID-19 cases. Actually, arsenicum album 30 produced from arsenic trioxide, remember it, and arsenic induced significant reactive oxygen species. Just to see here, ROS, that is a reactive oxygen species. So arsenic induced significant reactive oxygen species generation mainly through the mitochondrial electron transport chain. Activation of nicotine adenine diphosphonucleotide oxidase also contribute to the generation of superoxide anion. Additionally, arsenic metabolism leads to the generation of ROS in cells. The role of ROS participating in antiviral host defense is considered. The function of ROS in the antiviral defense is assumed to be mediated by the apoptosis, that is a programmed cell death. It is suggested to be mediated by, it is suggested that a cell activates generation of superoxide and hydrogen peroxide by xanthine oxidase as well as intracellular NADPH oxidase in response to the appearance of a virus in its cytoplasm. Increased ROS level turns on the process of programmed cell death in the infected cells. So the infected cell and its neighbor, which are most likely to be infected, are eliminated, thus blocking the spreading of viral infection. So it is our proposed model. It is our proposed model. Especially regarding the immunomodulation of arsenic in COVID-19 cases. It is my request to all scientists of the globe, please look into the matter to save the suffering humanity. This is the reference. This review research article was virtually presented and published in the International Conference of Japan Geoscience Union and American Geophysical Union on May 24 to 28 May 2020 as poster presentation. I'm grateful to my principal investigator, Professor Das and Dr. Chakraborty for their utmost support. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, sir, for your nice and precise and informative presentations. Actually, sir, in your presentation already you told that CCH recommended the Arsenicum album as an immunobooster. Your presentation, the immune modulation of arsenic, this is very important part, I think, because we know that the Arsenicum album act as an immune booster, but how arsenic act in this COVID situation, or what are the exact role in the COVID-19? Arsenic, what are the exact role? So nicely, I think in your presentation, this immune booster is not a perfect word. I think it is a immune modulation is the perfect word, because immune modulations are regulatory modifications in the immune system. So it is, I think, in respective immune booster, the immune modulations, because the arsenic at first produces the mitochondrial ROS production, that means the reactive oxygen species, and ultimately this produces the programmed cell death, that means the apoptosis, and viral can act specially on the virus through. Sir nicely explain the immune modulation of the arsenic, and it is clear how arsenic acts or what are the exact role of arsenic in the COVID-19. Thank you so much again, sir, for this nice presentation and informative presentation. Thank you so much.